Engine start. 2, 1. Ignition.
Looking to invest in launches like this? Well, it's getting a little easier. And it has Virgin Galactic shares rocketing higher today, as well as other space companies. The reason? Call it the Cathie Wood effect, a filing revealing that her company, ARK Invest, is launching a space exploration ETF. The stocks in the fund haven't been named yet, but ARK is coming off of a wildly successful run in 2020. Its flagship innovation fund, returning more than 170% last year, now has $17 billion under management. The fund, perhaps best known for its bullish position in Tesla, the stock accounts for more than 10% of its weighting, which does help explain the outperformance. The new fund will be focusing on companies, quote, leading, enabling, or benefiting from tech-enabled products and or services that occur beyond the surface of the Earth. 4 categories included: orbital aerospace, like satellites; suborbital, like drones, enabling tech, think robotics or AI; and aerospace beneficiaries, like internet, GPS, or construction stocks. Mike, this was a niche little fund. Cathie Wood used to come on and everyone thought she was crazy for saying Tesla was going to 7,000. And now look at her influence over some of these names. Should you follow her and get into the space stocks?
Whether you should or not, this game has been rolling for a little while right now. The flows into her complex, into ARK complex, are massive. They were exceeded year to date so far. iShares inflows on a net basis, $4 billion. And it's not largely Tesla. It's not only Tesla. There's a genomics fund, a kind of gene editing business that they're huge holders of lots of small stocks. Now, you have a combination of things here. Huge, big themes, these disruptive themes that are benefiting from all these sort of forces that we all see in the new economy. Although also with transparency. It's an ETF. You know what stocks are in there on a relatively timely basis, so you can kind of chase in front. And what you have here with this fund is that there just aren't that many, pure space-related plays. So people are just betting first and figuring out if they end up in the fund later.
I was going to ask on that point in terms of it being an ETF rather than an actively managed fund. Obviously, that can mean it can have a slightly lower fee, but is it also potentially, because there's a smaller universe to invest in, it's just going to have to hold everything in the space?
Largely. I mean, it'll probably hold a very large percentage of the market cap. Now, we don't know if it's going to dabble in the mega cap, aerospace companies that also happen to have a space business. That could be. But yeah, it'll have to be a pretty significant holder of a lot of the pure space stocks, you would think. And it's a niche. It's a real business in many cases, but also one that is mostly all about the distant future as opposed to, business today.
But Mike, thanks for that. But as Sarah said, much credit to Cathie Wood and ARK for their bullish position on Tesla, much more strongly and earlier than many, many others.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.